Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Sack to the Future. It is week 1 of the 1966 season. I am no longer the St. Louis Cardinals as my 4th team. I am now the Atlanta Falcons. Where the hell is my phone? The Atlanta Falcons were an expansion team in 1966 and are not expected to do much. So it's going to be my goal to try and change that and see just what I can do. However, it's not easy right away off the bat. It says Phantom Fighter cannot perform voice chat, so if you're listening, I can't hear you. And we are on Madden 21. We're in the process of updating the league. We only have like 4 teams fully done. You've already had the chance to see the Terrors 89 opening game. Paul Flatley is a future Falcon. It's amazing that they have highlights of the 2 teams playing when Atlanta's an expansion team has never played anybody. They must have played in the preseason. Now Atlanta in their week 1 1966 season actually did wear white at home. So that's why I have them wearing white. Their real-life opponent was the Los Angeles Rams, defending NFC champion. So, but in order to get the Falcons in white, I had to put them in their god-awful 2020 away jerseys. That's why it's got some ridiculous font-looking ATL on it. But, hey, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, hell, we got guys on this team who you're going to notice their names are misspelled because apparently Dick, Willie, Cox are all offenses and for some reason Rassas, R-A-S-S-A-S, and if I just insulted somebody, I apologize because I have no idea what Rassas means. But it's spelled differently on this game because that's the way it is. EA Sports doesn't want to offend anybody. So here is Fred Cox with the misspelled name kicker.
Let's be frank about it. No more radio shows.
Yeah, Ron Smith is going to bring it out.
No more just predicting what's going to happen.
Not the start that the 1968 Saints had in real life. Where is my phone? Crying out loud, I cannot find my head. I can't put this game into the playlist because I have no idea where my phone is. Here's a look at Randy Johnson, the starting quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. Now, if I were a bird flying through the stadium, I would try and stay away from this. Oh, different Randy Johnson. It's not the same Randy Johnson. Damn.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's
right,
not
we'll
bad
see what
this,
Junior Coffee has to do
wants
on
to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
In the backfield, he was a Packer last year. In fact, in the end of the season, week 17, he actually had a 100-yard rushing.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Now we have advanced about 13 seasons as we start this in order to get rid of all the domes, since there were no domes in 1966. Move a couple teams back to their proper cities. Just try and make it as realistic as possible. Okay, so we don't have a lot of control over the coffee over the balls going up. But it could be that that's a modern looking uniform on 56. Well, again, like any other Madden season, this is week 1. Oh, my phone just went off.
And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Wait, oh, there it is. Found it! Haha. The dog was laying on it. So yeah, 56 Kinney there in a modern uniform. That might not be that big a deal. We might just have missed somebody, or the Vikings might have gone out and signed somebody.
Opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Because that's what the computer does.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Almost brought down by the big receiver. But like in Madden 20, the guy left his feet. So there's not much of a chance of it actually being.
Too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Billy Lothridge, the former Ram, will punt it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for
just inside the
35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard
The former Georgia Bulldog, Fran Tarkenton, gets to play his first NFL game in his home state.
The Viking offense making their way
frankly,
and we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
Atlanta does have
I read something
should be Hall of Famer Tommy Nobis
that he said prior to
on defense.
and
Number
I think
60,
really
you see him right
said it a few
there.
months ago, where he talked
But
about
outside of that, there's not a lot going for them. Kyle Rubke, former Viking.
gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to
now,
that, really
in Madden 21, they say that there's moves and stuff you can earn on defense. I don't. I've only played a couple games of Madden 21, so I'm going to have to learn what they are. But
And he will be brought down
right there,
at
Dave
about
Osborne gets
time.
3 yards on the carry.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to
They
sit
are the
through traffic and
Vikings
make
that need
plays
to be
is
cut
uncanny.
between
And that's
56.
exactly what you
There are
want
Vikings.
from your
Yes,
Mike
yes, we've
linebacker.
seen that. I did, when I was on the Vikings, I did do the cuts, so I thought I did.
Now a handoff here to his running
And I was
back.
always going to get the first down. He was hit in the backfield. He was able to fall forward and get the first down. Tommy Nobis, Sam Williams right there. You will notice in statistics there are no Easter eggs. The players on the semi-pro teams and those roster fillers, as we call them, Bill Brown breaks his tackle. They are actually semi-pro players or drafted unsigned players. Everybody played actual football at some point in the 1960s on the game this year.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first
Powers,
down pickup
number
of
80.
8.
And both middle linebackers have the name Eli King, so they're both complete jobbers. Skipping ahead 13 years and using the same draft class.
When all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, a hot route, so to speak.
And he takes it down to
I don't know about the game that you played, Gordon, whether the computer had done any signings, but this one could be that I just forgot. I forgot to make the cuts before I left the Vikings. I'm not sure. Yeah, number 62 there on the offensive line also has modern. So this might be one of the worst jobs I've ever done at prepping a team for play, or the computer made a lot of sense.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Tarkenton completes
And
the
he will
pass to
have a
number
Vikings
83.
first down as they're able to get
Red
the
Phillips.
third down conversion. They
Team
get 14
linebackers,
there. First
well, also
down,
that one
Vikings.
offensive lineman
nice
had
job
modern
keeping
equipment.
that opening drive alive, and they're in plus
So he might have been
territory, that
somebody
part
forgotten.
of the field where you really want to convert on
That is
third
if
down.
you're
They
on the
did.
game looking
Big
right
time
now.
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone,
Dave Osborne
the
breaking
field gets
through
condensed.
a
Makes it
tackle,
lot tougher
and he's able to
run
get a
those
yard
routes. You still got
out
a
of
chance
what
actually
should
to
have
pass
been
people right
a
now.
loss
Take
of
your shot
several
at
in the
end zone
backfield.
early in the down and distance count.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The give to the fullback on the down.
Brown cuts back, and he was able to get
down at the 21.
4 yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, a good defensive play by number 33. To scoop it and knock the ball away, that would be Morris.
It's 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since
Carl
it's 4th down, that
Sylvester,
should
who was
set
with
up
me
a
in
field
St.
goal
Louis,
situation.
And a nice
not getting the
relief
block kick. Fred
defensively
Cox
to be able to
converts
hold
on
them
a
to
38-yard field goal attempt, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. The Vikings, of course, by 66, have really started to build something. You know what I named Atlanta's coach Norman Van Brocklin, and I don't think
And
that's
what I
right.
like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10.
Still the same old annoying announcers on the game. Norb Hecker. Well, it says Norm Van Brocklin. And one of the things about jumping forward is every coach comes out is generic, So I just, since I'm doing coaches, I have to. Oh,
the last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I can only get 3 of my profiles into this
Back
game.
To throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
For some reason. So you'll see this same profile on both the Vikings and the Packers anytime I run a bonus team, because I can't get my kids' profiles in.
The DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team.
Why did my receiver... Oh, damn. Why did my receiver run backwards? He continued on. It's supposed to be a crossing pattern, which is a 90-degree angle, and he continued on like it was a slant.
Would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there.
Let's see if we
He
can
doesn't
see
have very
it.
far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's leaning backwards. And McBee picks it off and takes it to the house.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Now, when the Falcons played the Vikings on December 4th, 1966, the Falcons actually upset the Vikings 20-13. So, not
So
up to
they'll
that
get
story.
another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10.
We got guys
Nice
who score
return,
goals,
sets him up
56
pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line.
31.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he'll need to put that interception out of his mind quickly, because between the field goal and the pick 6, they're already looking up at a 2-score differential.
And isn't it interesting that a lot of the time when we talk about
Pass out to
having a short
Vern Burke.
memory,
That's
we say
Randy
that's a
Johnson's first
defensive
NFL
back, right?
completion.
Got beat for a touchdown pass, throw it out. Quarterbacks have to do the same thing. They make a mistake, come back and be the best quarterback.
So week 1 is always there's several things you need to understand if you're new to Sack Future. It's always the slowest week to get done because we're working on
They only
editing
got a
while we
yard out
got
of
it
that last
up.
completion.
And it's also
And
one
that
of the
makes
hardest
it
weeks to
2nd and
make sure it
9.
looks proper. As the season goes on,
And that is
these
incomplete.
receivers can't run around. I do not have the receivers that I have, obviously.
Hang on, it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll look to throw.
Here we go.
Got a man and he hits him in stride.
There's a completion to number
And he's gonna have
85.
the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
B. Martin.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety,
Bill Martin,
it makes it tough to defend.
3rd-year tight end out of Georgia Tech. Played with the Bears. Well, he was drafted by both the Bears and Chiefs. I don't know if he actually played there or not.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete.
Nice. Bill Martin getting open for his 2nd catch.
Before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I don't know. But we haven't officially finalized the Redskins yet, so is there a potential that they could have cut them?
Significant yardage.
He picked them up? I think there's a way you can limit trades to human only.
Here on 1st down.
Oh, and tried to scramble away, and Jim Marshall's right there to introduce himself and welcome Randy Johnson to
He
the
was trying
NFL.
to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique.
Sounds
But
like
if no
there's
one's
a lot.
open,
All right.
there is no
Well,
technique except make sure you hold on to the ball
a lot
as
of
you
work
go
to be
to the
done for the
ground when you're
Vikings.
getting sacked.
I'm not going to be able to do any work
Gotta
after this, so
assume
I'm going to have to go right to bed. So if you can
defense will be
keep a
charging
list of
again
things you
here.
see,
It's 2nd and
I can get to
15.
it tomorrow before I work on the next team.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything.
And then I throw it into triple
coverage.
there. Oh, here we go. Look at the Buccaneers and Cowboys. Cowboys are trailing 7-3.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt.
Lou Kerouac with the field goal. It's good, and that is the Falcons' first points in their history. Kerouac wearing number 95. He is a lineman. Does not kick the whole season. Wade Trainham is actually on the roster, but Kerouac kicks more than Trainham. So I started Kerouac. Trainham gets cut actually, I believe that's week 1. So Wade Trainham will not
taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They finished
Kerouac's on the roster the whole season.
With a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this goal.
I didn't even know I had an injury. Offensive line is a better receiver than a kicker, or better receiver. Better kicker than a kicker.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Oh, and Tarkenton goes down. It is a sack by L. Morris. Larry Morris, I believe.
Play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Number 33 is Larry Morris, yes. Former Los Angeles Ram, according to the draft. I'm not clicking on the profile, so I don't actually know who they played for. I would say that maybe sounds like a bear.
On the give, this is their full
that time.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss
number
here.
52.
As the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
In to stop Bill Brown in the backfield. That was
play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming
Marion
up.
Rushing, the former St. Louis Cardinal. He also, along with Silvestri, comes over from St. Louis to the Falcons.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, come on, stop him.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And he gets the first down.
No
Bill Brown with a spin move and reaches the ball out for the first down.
Anyway.
Oh, wow.
Ball up to the 35.
And we reached the end of the first with Minnesota beating Atlanta 10-3. I didn't notice the quarter was so accurate.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Number 80.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 as Tarkenton goes into the shotgun.
It's
going to be a draw. And Tommy Novus is there for his first big play as an NFL player. The rookie, Tommy Novus,
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards
out of Texas. Hook 'em horns as he brings down Bill Brown.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Another first down on 3rd and long as I seem to run right past the guy. Novus makes the tackle again.
9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Paul Flatley, the future Falcon, makes his first catch of the day. 6-yard gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion. So
Deion Sanders, I do not have.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Vikings.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Bust through the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it.
Osborne just stiff arms me.
It's a
Makes me look like Josh Norman the Bills.
Make it 2nd and 4.
Going up against Derek
brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here.
Another first down. Hal Bedsole on the completion.
Not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll drop to throw.
And Tarkenton was off that time. That was only his second incompletion. He is 7 of 9.
The incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe.
Now an inside
draw play. And Brown takes it up for a pickup of 2. It's third down or 3. It's third down and 7.
Leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, the screen pass again. This time I'm able to hold him low to a field goal.
3 yards short of the first.
Ken Reeves, number 36 on the tackle.
Understanding the game.
So we held again. The offense is going for their second field goal. The defense has the touchdown.
I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he had
And
a
Fred
chance
Cox
to think
puts
about
it through
turning
another
the
field goal.
field.
It's 13-3.
Makes the score Vikings.
Which they get the ball to begin the second half.
Falcons
It is
3.
after midnight here on the East Coast, January 9th, 2021.
So they get
The
field
Buffalo
goal, but
Bills
that was
hosting a playoff game
14-play
to later
drive to
today
get
for the
3.
first time since
Sounds like you're going negative.
1998.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14.
Oh, looks like my returner is injured, of course.
But that type of a drive can
He
make
also happens
dividends
to be
later on
the
because
defensive back.
you might wear the defense down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal is way of doing it.
Once
Makes
again.
it that much harder, puts more
Rudy
pressure
Johnson
on
saw
every
Ron
possession
Smith,
before
Bruce
you
Sternum will not be able to
get
return.
6 and feel a lot more comfortable
Rudy
about the
Johnson
position they're in.
or Randy Johnson
We'll see if
completing
they can get the
to
score. From the 34 now,
Dick
here's
Martin
1st and 10.
4 passes so far.
They'll look to throw.
And there's a pass completion to the former Green Bay Packer, Gary Barnes.
15 yards, first down.
He spent time in Detroit lately.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And
Looking for Alex Hawkins. I was zeroed in on him from the time I snapped the ball. I didn't even bother anything else. That was a bad, stupid play on my part. I wanted to get Hawkins a catch. The former Baltimore Colt. So I mentioned his name, and instead of mentioning his name for something bad.
Steps away to his left.
But there's a completion to Hawkins. Randy Johnson looking a little bit like Grant Tarkenton, a little bit of a scramble out. Throw the pill.
We
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time.
Announcer
Here's
for
what
college
really
football.
pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Junior Coffee making some
Leave
moves.
him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I didn't do any of that. That was all computer based. Of course, it didn't matter much in the last Madden to turn this stuff off. No, auto flip, that's fine. Defender ball hawk. I don't see any way to change the visual feedback. Let's see if I can get the names up.
Menu narration option is set to off.
What are you talking about?
Menu narration option is set to off.
I don't see it. Receiver visual assist. Oh, right there. Player names. Okay. I couldn't change the juke. I'll have to do that outside.
Good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Coffee is ahead for 1. Is that enough for first down?
Down to the 14-yard line.
Yes, it is.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run
I'll have to
it,
get my playbook
created
too.
some
This is my
space,
first
and he got there.
league game this season.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Junior Coffee is in. Picking up where he left off in week 17 of last year.
Taking it in for 14 yards out.
And the Falcons' first franchise touchdown.
That almost looked
Exactly
too
future.
easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for
I
making
see
it
ya.
look easy.
I got your little message there, Gordon.
I'm not sure how much everyone
If that
understands
is
the
your real name.
preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks
Luke Kerouac with the extra point, and we now trail 13-10.
Consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other.
Remember, yes, this is Phantom just said. Atlanta beat Minnesota in real life. The game was in Minnesota too, so Minnesota's not that great yet. 66, not 68.
Point game now as they send this one away.
Kerouac with a bit of a short kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25.
The difference right now, basically, is the pick 6 that I threw. Fitzgerald on the return.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead.
Yeah.
They're not going to play this conservative.
Should.
They're not hoping for another field
Maybe it's
goal.
just that I'm that
I'm with you on that one. I like where your
talented
head is.
of
I like
computer
the way
game.
you're thinking because
Right.
you're exactly
Oh,
right. Trying to
yeah.
sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly.
The pass completed flatly out in the flat. Tackled immediately at second down and 6.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
And that is
he'll
a
be
first
brought
down
down shy of
completion.
the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down
Bill
pickup
Brown.
of 8.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks.
Tommy Novus making
But
the
doesn't
tackle on
matter
Brown
where you
that
call
time.
the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw a completion.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now left side to his tight end. And he'll be
Silvestri
taken
gets
down,
the
but
first,
not
or
before he works it
Silvestri,
past the 50.
Bedsole.
12 yards there
Bedsole
on
gets
first
the
down.
first down completion. And
First down,
continues to
Vikings.
drive
Falcon
for
territory now.
Minnesota.
Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Why, where's my guy going? I'm not.
To his fullback
I
is
had full
complete.
control of
He was able
33,
to
and I'm
shed one
pushing
tackle,
down,
but
and he's
could
running
not
off
get
up
away
top.
from there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Second and 6.
Why are we doing this?
At the 42-yard line.
It's a short
Oh,
one
that's
here,
my
complete
idea.
to his tight end.
All right,
And here he'll
well,
be
Trans
brought down a
Arkenton,
little shy
13
of
of
the
15 for
35
100
to
yards.
36.
He's amazing.
It's a game.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
First
stayed
down
in great
completion to
communication.
Bedsole.
And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And there's the guy, Rosas, whose name is
Ended up
spelled with an
making a
X
nice play,
because
even though it was
Rosas
complete.
is apparently offensive.
Vikings going to signal for the first
in
of
EA
their
Sports Land.
timeouts. As he'll
I wonder
stop
if they
it
have
with
guys
just
who say
over
once
a
in a
minute to
row,
go
we
before
can't let him use the
halftime.
word dick or
From
Willie.
34 now, here's 1st and
That's
10.
offensive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he
I wonder how
looks
much
to
of it's
throw.
my fault for all
Now
those
the
Easter eggs in
Vikings
the
will use
Baltimore
the
Ravens.
second of
right
their
now.
timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Yeah, quick throw here, that's
Yeah,
complete.
letting his defense
And that's going to be good for another
They're not
first
sack
down
yet.
as the tackle's made at the Falcons'
There's
17-yard
Schenk.
line.
Yeah, not only that, but Schenk
Give
is
him
now
12
hurt even though he
yards
stood
on
up and
that one.
waved.
It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He's got modern
So from the
equipment, at least gloves
17
on.
now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets
They
this
don't have any
inside the 10
timeouts.
to the
They
9. It's also a gain of 9.
Used him up.
To the
And
end
that time he
zone,
throws it
but it's
away.
incomplete.
Trying to hold him to a field goal, but they're driving right down the field line.
You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Oh, he misplays. So it's 4th down.
Defense, solid coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected unexpected fourth down.
Another field goal.
Is good.
16-10 Minnesota.
Makes the score Vikings 16, Falcons 10.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those
That's
up
the
on the
34
board.
on it.
Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
There's Seidel.
34-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll throw now on the final play.
Apparently triangle is not a button I can hit to throw.
Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the
really
end
good for not paying
of this
attention.
first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody.
Has halftime
We've
changed,
got a full
Jenny?
slate of 16 games
Or
here to
still the
start
same
the new
garbage?
season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
Oilers and Chiefs. That game will be played when those two teams get ready. They're all named. They just got to be dressed and rated. Eagles and Lions. I believe, actually, that's the next game I'm going to start working on, according to the schedule.
Lastly, let's check on one final
Are you
game
kidding
for you.
me?
And you can see
How
they
does
are
that
scoreless
happen?
as they play the second quarter.
How does that happen constantly in like
Meanwhile, in
two
our
different
game,
Maddens?
it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Yeah, there's the difference right there. It's a 16-10 game, and it's basically that pick six by Earl Mac B.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Ball back.
And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Okay.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Brent Harkin's been having a amazing game. I have not been able to find anything.
Now come the Vikings. He'll have it first on offense.
So why don't we go with coach's suggestion?
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long
Brown
drive.
takes the
Your
ball
defense gets a
again,
chance
and
to
that
take a
time
break,
number
adjust
70
a
on the
little bit,
tackle.
maybe get
That was,
themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Bud Marshall, my own Marshall.
We'll see. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got his favorite target.
Where am I?
It's complete.
Oh, he's...
And he works free.
Hopefully that's a holding.
And he's going to be taken down here.
How does my guy dive away from the ball carrier?
That's a good chunk of yardage.
Well,
it's going to
2nd
be
and
canceled
4.
out.
And we always talk about hidden
Should have had him
yardage
in
in
the
the
backfield.
game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here.
Tom Williams gets the first down. Oh, man, there was an injury report. I missed
And
it.
the Vikings first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Gary and Tommy Nobis knocking him
Officially
backwards.
no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Escaping the pressure.
What was that?
It's just a gain of a couple
Thankfully,
on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Did I hit some? Thankfully, Tarkenton slid, but maybe that's why Novus jumped over him, because Tarkenton was sliding. I don't know. Oy vey.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on
Novus, you got some splaining to do. Tarkenton's going to get sacked by Sam Williams. Sam Williams, in his 8th year out of Michigan State, was drafted by the Rams in '56.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum.
We got a
because,
defensive stop.
This lead is very, very slim. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
That is going to be a short punt, and Roxas,
taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
Calls for the
yard punt
so
that time,
first and 10 for Randy Johnson and the Falcons as they open up their 1966 schedule here at home at Atlanta County Stadium.
Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's
only got outside.
Game, so it's not exactly a crucial
just
possession,
do it
but at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away.
No gain,
with 3
though.
points.
Second down and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Wheel right and go in motion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, hit as I throw it, and the pass is intercepted by McBee, his 2nd interception of the game. The pass went fluttering out of Johnson's hands.
Great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes...
And Bill Brown, oh, fumble! But Bill Brown is able to get it right back. He got the old Vinny bounce to himself.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
Could have got the ball back.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him,
where am I going?
His team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
Oh, they give him the touchdown. It looked like Rubke was able to push him back, the former Viking, but they say he got in. So
Touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Start from this. Just not simulation football for a guy to make a stutter stuff like that.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
Calling that interception, just any interception, blah, 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 blah. The same commentary year after year after year, and you wonder why I always end up turning it off. Because it's so boring. It's the same sugar year after year. They don't get these guys in to film anything new.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a nice throw.
There's the first catch, or not, no, yeah, shoestring catch. Another catch by Alex Hawkins, who was always underused when he was in Baltimore. I just didn't have places for him. There's so many good receivers there, between Orr and Barry and Mackey. Alex Hawkins always seemed to be lost in the shuffle.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
No, Coffee
and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Lou Kerouac, the kicker, called for the hold.
The flag usually always
Luckily, they're going to let me redo it instead of declining the pass, because that would be smart.
But always making sure no one's holding.
Third down.
Following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Picked up 11, but they're still going to say 14.
Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football
Griffin, number
back.
93.
Well, the D brought
They just get sacked by another guy that needs to be taken care of.
To the quarterback overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they
audibled into a pass because they were crowding the line on 4th down.
Right to the quarterback, no chance.
They were going to try to hit him over the top since they didn't have much input line for defensive backs.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Former Viking Lee Callan with the interception, and he gives Atlanta back. Oh, come on. Carl Silvestri's holding his legs. Yeah, I was just saying that. Number 93 just sacked me. Griffin, he just, I don't know. He come off the right there. He's on fire right now. I'm pointing at it like you can see. Woo.
Now a handoff here to his
Oh, and why? You cut backwards.
The line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Carl Silvestri pulled hamstring.
He gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open.
Pass complete to Verlin Burt, and he scores. They burn the Vikings on the blitz, and it will now be 24-16 as I line up for the extra point.
Because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage.
And Kerouac puts it through.
And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Could be wrong number. I noticed sometimes not every guy who has an out-of-position number, but a lot of times when a number was wrong on a team that you had already done, it was a guy who had an out-of-position number, like a defensive end wearing an 80-something or a punter wearing a 20-something. And I wonder if it's because the computer just automatically switches, but not everyone. It'd be like 4 guys wearing an 80 number as a defensive lineman, and one of them would switch to a 90.
Sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown.
Is there a defensive end named Griffin on the Vikings in '66?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to to get this one across the 35.
He only has 32 yards rushing. He's breaking down with it. 12 yards after contact on average.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Down, Minnesota.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be brought down.
No, that's the end of the third quarter. Vikings lead 24-17.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No Griffin on the leg. Okay, well, that explains it.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Nice tackle by number 38, Folding Osborne, for no gain.
Something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
38 is...
And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the
38 on the
quarterback. You're trying to
Falcons.
scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Joe Ford, and I think he got the
Vikings
first down.
down.
Yep.
At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much.
Had him in the
but
backfield
they
and
do get
drove
the
him
conversion
forward.
on 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He's tackled
Red
a
Phillips
yard
on the
short
carry
of the
to form the
marker.
Ram.
Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brought down at the
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Giving up way too much.
brings up 2nd and 1.
Email train.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
That's
Touchdown, Vikings!
Touchdown, Minnesota.
It's the fullback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And I want to give the big guys some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not
31-17.
normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared.
Send me, Gordon, send me a list in a private message of what needs to be done for the Vikings, and I'll try and take care of them. I'm sure we'll have to do it again, but not tonight. I won't take care of them. I'm going to go to bed.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
But I'll try and take care of them
This will
tomorrow.
not be returned. It'll come
During
out
the
to the
third playoff game, I'll
25.
get on
At their own 25-yard
and
Atlanta now
do a
coming
little
out on the
editing,
field.
depending on how the
And they're
Bills
hoping
do.
to
I
redo
might
their efforts in the
not
last
do too
drive when
much
they got
work,
into the
but-
end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one
Why?
incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders
Yeah.
work on all
Nobody's
the
on the
time. If
Vikings,
you're
obviously,
there,
so.
make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's going to air one out. And that will be
Oh, come on. Hold on to that pass,
Trying
Sherlag.
to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that
Hit
one
as I
drops
throw, and the
incomplete
ball is
as he
way
got
underthrown.
dropped As he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep
Going
hope
books
alive
again.
here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had
I gotta
it
get
and
used
dropped
to
it. And the
remembering possession
Vikings,
catches,
they
I
have the
think, on
football
something like
now
that.
in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover.
There's extra stuff. I'll have to learn that
Ball
stuff,
at the
obviously.
23, 2nd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Well,
it'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3
expansion
yards
first
shy
game.
of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the
figure out
first.
what's up with that number 38 on the layout, too.
On 1st and 10.
Made a big play, but I'm not supposed to have a 38.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after
Whereas you type that, though, he
running,
just ran
so
for 9 more, so now he's got
2nd and a
16.
yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now here's a look for the end zone.
Starting to throw some incompletions.
Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one.
Let's look at Norm Hecker,
Did he miss it?
coach of the Falcons, not happy with what's been going
He's not
on.
hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
And I once again held him to a field goal. So at least that's one thing going on. 4 field goals.
Everybody probably expecting a run. Instead,
Pick
they go
6.
to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do
Defense
question the
isn't
call.
playing
Run the football, pick it
too
up.
bad. I mean, it doesn't look good at 34-17.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback
like,
to come from 3
you know.
scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can
Really
happen,
looks like this
and you
coach
want to
coming
be
out of
here
the
in case it does.
You're a company man.
I don't know why their first instinct of me is coach
Here
is
comes the
to
Atlanta
run, especially if
offense
you're
now
holding
ready
on.
to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been
Again, I see
particularly
the suggestions
competitive
are
here.
3
at
the
home,
same
no
play.
less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
That's going to be picked.
Now the first play in the drive there is incomplete.
44 turned around.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On the strip, the ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And it's up and good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there.
I really don't think coaches will be yelling at Randy Johnson for that fumble.
They've been a big problem for him.
Come on, man.
Got to take care of the football.
Screen
Gotta hold
pass.
on to it.
I can't get the pass off.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in
Former
by his tight
St. Louis
end.
Cardinal Taz
He'll be
Anderson on the
brought down.
reception.
That's a face
Another
mask.
former Cardinal.
Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
hit slide.
And this belongs to the Vikings.
I hit the slide and he started going forward.
Make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now out comes Minnesota. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Oh, and a face mask.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Run defense or pass defense because
it's a 7-yard carry to set them
they're
up
throwing
with
every
second
other
and
play.
3.
Off by 3 scores.
Brings up 2nd and
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
You know, I know when you turn on that strip ball, it is a roll the dice, the strip ball, but also if there's a higher chance of face mask. I just honestly sometimes wonder if the higher chance of face mask doesn't outweigh. I think most plays should be nothing. You don't even see the guy attempting to strip the ball. There's not even an animation that makes it look like he's trying to strip the ball. He just gets the face mask.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
4-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
This game for 4 or 5 years now.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Make you go,
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll get blown up behind the line of of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with
38
the type of bodies they brought in on that play.
He's been edited.
Tight ends, they weren't able to secure
I
their
wonder if he's a
blocks,
drafted
and that
player,
one ended up
roster
going
filler.
backwards.
I don't need roster fillers on the Falcons, but he'd be on the practice squad, I guess.
Charles, it's one thing to win.
So,
It's another
first
thing
game's in the books. Not sure when the next games will be. I know both the Oilers and Chiefs have been fully named, but that's a John M. game, and he's had a bit busy stretch going on in his life, so they're not dressed. Neither do Oilers or Chiefs 100% dressed either, so
offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call,
I don't
run,
know.
pass, it's all going to work.
there are some positives I can take out of this game with the Falcons. I got some decent running, Junior Coffee, some good things on defense, not great. Randy Johnson is definitely no Charlie Johnson. Gonna definitely be an adjustment. Not a lot of difference between Madden 20 and Madden 21. Some things I'm going to have to pick up. But thanks for joining. It's been about an hour. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent, and for Clan Gordon, Phantom Fighter, John M., and the rest of the assholes of Sack the Future, God bless America.